In this video, we're going to be talking about some keepsake options that are becoming more popular with families.
Do you want to share with us a few examples that you've got there and why people would specifically choose each one's, like the jewellery and any customised like memorabilia and that kind of thing?
Well, one of the things we're finding is becoming more popular is order of service booklets, whereas years ago they were just for the purpose of having the hymns. Now we're finding they're becoming much more elaborate, more colourful, might have poetry. This one was quite religious. And also now we're finding that we can offer a whole range of stationery personalised to a funeral. So you can have the matching order of service. Memory books are becoming more popular as people go back to the wake afterwards, enabling people to record their memories. We can have photos from the visual tribute in there as well. We can personalise the attendance cards, and we're having families who want the personalised bookmarks as well. So stationery is becoming more popular. Some Catholic families opt for mass cards. It's much more elaborate and an extensive range than it used to be.
How can specific items be transformed into like unique memorial objects?
So one of the first things that families often ask us about is the order of service. Traditionally they were hymn sheets with words to the hymns. Now they can be much more personalised with photos, images relating to hobbies. We can have a whole selection of printed stationery. We're finding that sometimes people are going for the whole suite of stationery, the orders of service with the attendance cards to match, perhaps a memorial box so people can write their memories when you go back at the wake. We have had photos from the visual tributes in there as well. And then we have the bookmarks. And then another low-cost alternative is sometimes families are going for the wildflower seeds, which can be personalised and can match the order of service. So we have a whole range of keepsakes. We find if a family want to keep the ashes for a short time or keep them at home in a low-cost modern alternative to an urn, we've got a range of scatterpods. We can have the scatterpods or tubes made with personalised imagery on. Then got the range of jewellery. Traditionally, they were the ones that had ash after cremation in. We've also got the ashes into glass, where the person's ash is put a small amount into glass and made into jewellery or into paperweights if you don't want a jewellery option. Then there's different urns, different keepsake items. Anything can be done now.
Is there a growing trend or more options for people to have digital keepsakes, just like photo albums, websites or videos and that kind of thing?
One of the things that's becoming more popular is where we're having a visual tribute at the crematorium for families to have that as a permanent keepsake, so it can be saved as a USB. There's the online memorials that sometimes people are keeping up for a long time after the service, where people can upload photos, messages, etc. And we're having the printed books where people are having the visual tribute printed in hard copy for those who may not want an electronic copy.
Let's talk about the keepsake items of a loved one and how them having that keepsake will be able to prolong or keep their legacy going on.
So with the keepsake items, we're finding that some of the families who are having the jewellery have got the intentions to pass them down through future generations. Where there are ashes included in the jewellery, people feel that they still have some physical part of their relative. And where there is a thumbprint or something handwriting, they feel they've got something visual to keep hold of for the future. The orders of service, we're finding that some families now intend to keep those, and we're also able to provide memory boxes where people could put a range of items. Some families are keeping dried flowers from the funeral. So we've got all different types of options which are responding to what people have been asking us for over the last couple of years.
As a funeral director and at CFS, what role do you think you have in guiding families in relation to like keepsake items?
We've got quite an extensive range. We try to make sure that we've got things in stock so people can actually see them, see what the quality is like, the size, and give them the options. We always encourage people to not rush into decisions, to wait until after the cremation, and if we know that you're going to want keepsake jewellery, we can always keep a token amount of ashes back. So we've got an extensive range, and we encourage people to come in, have a look at their time, and then decide what they want, as opposed to buying something off the internet. All families have been different. Sometimes families have come in and asked us for things that are impossible. Egg timers is one. Sometimes we've had families come in where they've got personal items that they've already got at home, and then we've tailored them so that we can put their relatives' ashes into that particular container.
At CFS, what have been the most popular ones, or what have families liked the most out of your offering? And just
So where we've taken an item that somebody's had has been very personal. So we've put ashes into teapots, into cuddly toys, into anything that's hollow that we can put ash into and that we can then seal for the family.